Hey everybody, Chris here. So is this your last opportunity for Dogecoin? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And I'll be live again Wednesday at 4 o'clock. That's 4 o'clock p.m. East Coast time in the United States. So check your clocks and where you are in the world. Make sure you've got your notifications on. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So joining on the live streams, we're not only talk about Dogecoin, we talk about all crypto, finance related, whatever's on your mind as well. But for now, getting a lot of comments about, oh, Dogecoin's dropping. And guys, this is a little pullback here. Buying opportunities, right? Let's look at the bigger picture, see what's going on. And we're going to take a look at that now. I'll show you the charts in the news, show you what I'm looking at. And we'll start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart. Dogecoin at 1375. That's right, 1375. Looks like we dropped right down to 13.6 here early this morning. But overall, Dogecoin is generally following what looks to be a bit of a downward channel. But there are dips. There's no doubt there's dips. And if we look at from the top here that we had on Monday down to the bottom, it's about 8%. So 8%, and we'll explore that and we'll take a look at how deep some retracements or dips can be during a bull market, particularly with Bitcoin as well. Now Bitcoin is now at 66.4, and we can look at how Bitcoin has retraced here from 69.6 down to 66.2, and that's about 4.6%. So as we say, typically when cryptos are going down, Dogecoin is more volatile than Bitcoin and will generally drop at a higher percentage. But when it turns around and it goes back up, Dogecoin will outperform Bitcoin. So let's zoom out and let's look at the bigger picture here. Here is our Bitcoin chart on the 4-hour, and we've been tracking these higher highs, higher lows, and right now we are in that next higher low. We don't know if this is going to drop back down to 65. 65 was our target. Again, I'll show you that in a minute, but that was the drop that we had here on 15 October, and it may come back and revisit that. I'll show you that in a minute here. But that is the Bitcoin 4-hour chart, and here's Dogecoin's. Very similar. Of course, Dogecoin had this rocket up and is now showing this bull flag here. And with this bull flag, what we would see is Doge coming down and possibly coming back down to 13.5 cents. 13.2 is this yellow line. Again, that was our resistance line that we had back here end of September. And could Dogecoin come and revisit that? What is now support at 13.2, we could see a revisit of that on a dip as well. But if we take this bull flag here and we take a look and see where that may end up going, we could see then Doge coming back up to where this is our next resistance line up here, and that is at 17,420. 17,420 is our short-term target there for Dogecoin. Now for Bitcoin, if we go all the way out onto the daily chart and we zoom out here, we will see that we had this big bull flag for Bitcoin. Now it's a much larger chart, but the chart does show a pattern. You see a big run up, and then you see chop, and the chop happens in a downwards channel, which is what we have on a shorter time frame for Doge right now. But what is this that we're seeing for Bitcoin in terms of where Bitcoin is going to go from here? On its bull flag, we would see that Bitcoin is targeting 100K. So that would be 100K as a target for Bitcoin going into 2025. So that's what the charts are showing overall right now. Doge, will we see 17.4? Again, that is a short-term run that Dogecoin could have, and we are going to be looking at for election day. That's right, that's going to be an election election night, actually, when I will be live again on election night, we're going to have a special live stream. We're going to have a special live stream on election night. So make sure that you are subscribed. You've got all your notifications on, because it's a Tuesday night, November 5th. Chris will be live. Overall, what we're looking at are pullbacks, though. And we've showed this before. This is from our friend Gel. This was back in August. We showed this, that during bull markets, that's right, 2016 into 2017, we saw 40%, 34%, 41%. And these are the pullbacks that happened. These were huge drops. But it's in the middle of a bull market. And the price just keeps going higher. We saw the same thing in 2020 and 2021. 23, 15, 32% pullback there. You know, everyone's freaking out, and then it just goes higher. And here already, this bull market, we have had pullbacks of 20 to 32%. That's right. So pullbacks happen, and everyone starts freaking out. But again, crypto is risky. There's going to be big swings up and down. And if I can only tell you what I'm doing, I'm looking at the bigger picture, and I think we are still going higher. So these pullbacks are buying opportunities. That's right. Presidential election. What has happened the last 3 presidential elections with the price of Bitcoin? We've had big runs up after each previous presidential election. Here we are now. Bitcoin is at 66,000. What's going to happen next? This is the kind of thing that these patterns just show that this is what I'm betting on. This is what I am investing in, is that prices are going to go up. Mag says, look, the 4-year cycle still on track, exactly where it's supposed to be. He thinks this is more like 2016, 2017, where we had this sort of sideways movement before the final big run up, after we already hit bottom and moved up quite a bit. And then we had that sideways. This sideways has been more choppy, but here we are. Are we ready for this parabola or this big run up? This is what we're waiting for. Master Kenobi on Doge. Zoom in Doge. Let's look at 2020 and 2021. 2020, 2021, we are in this lighter gray box here, and we're getting ready for, from 2020 into 2021, a 1,800% explosion in the price of Dogecoin. Could that happen again here, 2024 into 2025? That takes Doge up to $2.70. Now, Kenobi also has this $1 target in yellow here, saying, okay, let's lower our expectations here, but could we even get to $1? He says, I'd prefer to see a few more red days before the next pump. As I mentioned before, I'd love to see this week end in the red. It would provide additional confirmation for the pattern and boost confidence in the upcoming movements. Will we be rich in 43 days? My mindset now, this is the last opportunity. This is the last opportunity. Are we going to see a dip before the rip? We've talked about this before. Right now, we've got this little retrace happening here. Is this the dip before the rip? Alan, Trader Tardigrade, saying, look, Doge in this tight flag, he zoomed out here on the 12-hour chart, and he's targeting coming up here 18, 19 cents on this bull flag that he's got. So these patterns, again, repeat, especially in an overall bull market. This could be the move. Dogecoin, massive milestone. We talked about this yesterday. Overall, 80% of holders of Dogecoin are in profit. This was at 14 cents. We've dipped a little bit below that. We might be at 79%, but it's still a good sign overall for Doge, and that the significant bullish push that Doge has been on is now taking a breather, a little retrace. Could this be setting up going into the election? Everyone kind of waiting to see what happens, which is why I think November 5th could have some very spicy movement. But we can talk about the moving averages and all that, but this is about profits. Traders taking profits. We see that. There's a big run up. Traders are going to take profits, wait for a retrace, buy and lower. Again, anytime, especially with Dogecoin, you're going to do some kind of swing trading like that. Always risky because you don't know when Doge is going to take off again. Dogecoin, this reversal box, we looked at this yesterday. Here it is again on, Alan, trader tardigrade, again, looking at similar patterns of how Doge has traded before. Back in 2020, we saw this kind of what he calls this reversal box with a drop and then higher lows before taking off. Same thing has happened this year with a big drop that we had here beginning of August. We've been charting these higher lows. Is this about to rip? Dogecoin holders debate profit taking. Will it cause a retracement? And again, we've seen Doge goes on a big run, but this happens with cryptocurrencies all over the place too, that there is a big run and then there's a breather. And when that breather comes, it is time to judge. Is it the end of the bull market? Is that the top and everything's going to zero? It seems like that sometimes in these retracements, but we've seen Dogecoins is 8%, right? Bitcoins has been 4% in this latest pullback. Nowhere near what we had previously with these huge pullbacks. So even when Doge starts running again, which we think is going to happen, we're going to see big pullbacks again. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you holding on? Do you think that this bull flag is going to play out and we're going to see a big run on the price of Doge? Join in on the live stream. We'll talk more about this and other things going on with crypto. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.